So let us discuss about the consent lifecycle defined by Ministry of Electronics and IT. The way consent has to move from capture to withdrawal and expiry. Welcome to my YouTube channel where you daily see new content on data privacy. And today we are going to talk about consent lifecycle as defined by the latest business requirement document presented by the Ministry of Electronics and IT. First, let's talk about the capture. It has to be a very simple and clear form. Consent must be free, informed, and very specific. That comes back to the same data privacy principles. You have to define the purpose, collect only what is required, right? And it's only then that you will have a specific consent for that activity, and defined purpose will let the person be informed and therefore take a free decision to provide you with consent. It should be granular and unambiguous. You can pick and choose which service you need, which you don't. It should, as I said earlier also, it should show the purpose, the type of data that you are collecting, and who is going to process it within the organization, within the entity. Capture these things through affirmative actions, right? So the forms have to be very clear and clearly say that if you click here, you are giving me consent for this purpose, right? They cannot be ambiguous. It like I have a lot of videos on my channel on these things. They cannot be sort of a shadow consent. They cannot be a pre-check tick box. Nothing of that kind. Has to be very clear. This information, this service. Do you give me the consent? Tick mark. Yes. Right. And of course, India being a multilingual country, multiple dialects. So you should ensure a clear, easy language, easy to read. What about storage of the consent? Well, you have to store it till the time the purpose is there. Because with the purpose you will define when would the purpose be over, right? So you have to store it till the time. Then it can expire or you can get it renewed. You have to store it with the metadata, with the timestamp, with the purpose stamp and the version. You have to maintain an immutable audit trail. The audit trail has to be always available. For every consent, you should know when did you capture it, what was the purpose of it, what is the version, when did you withdraw, where all did that consent get utilized. It should be marked with some unique identifiers, and the consent data should be secure in redundant storages. There should be backups also, and the data stored, consent data stored, should be encrypted and should have access control mechanism in them. A clear dashboard, a mandate thing from the ministry that there has to be a dashboard. User should have access to it. He should be able to see what has happened to the consent he has given. Was it utilized? When? For what purpose? He should be easily able to disable his consent. I don't want this any further. Or he should be also able to revoke his consent forever. Disabling could lead to enabling again, right? But revoking means you have taken it away forever. So dashboard view now is mandatory for the Indian businesses. It also helps ensure transparency and provides users with real-time access, right? Lifecycle view. So capture consent, free, informed, purpose-based, specific, unambiguous, granular, right? Store it on redundant storage, encrypted, and access control. Give a user access dashboard so that the user can check what all consents he has given, where all have they been used, and has the option to revoke it. Audit trail of who all logged in to check their consents. Audit trail of who logged in from the fiduciary side itself to check the consent. And did they try to do any other activity on consent? That would also indicate whenever the consent gets used, right? And then finally withdraw. When can and where can the consent be withdrawn? So capture, store, access, audit, and withdraw. Right? Audit and withdraw is something like you can say consent withdrawn, but I still have audit things available with me. Right? And it has to be available because you are answerable to any activity that you have done with personal data of any of your principals. Each stage should be visible to the user, traceable both by you as well as the user, and data protection board or any any form of litigation comes up, then people should be able to trace what is happening around. This would help build transparency and control for user, and this will help align your legal, technical, and user interface teams so that they give you a very good view of how consent can be handled across in the organization and how it has been handled for various activities. So that's about the life cycle of a consent as defined in this new document. We'll continue with more discussion on the business requirement document in coming videos. So subscribe to my channel to stay updated. Press like and bell icon for this video if you like it, and share your feedback in the comment section. Thank you.